All right, welcome back for another episode of the Wednesday Watch List. This is my weekly look ahead to all the new comic books that are coming out this Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. I'm going to give you a rundown on all the books I'm looking out for, my pull list, top of the stack type stuff. If there's any surprises you need to be on the alert for when you go to your shop, I'm going to try to run them down for you on this show. Sorry I couldn't get this show done last night, but with Monday Night Football on, I kind of got a little bit distracted, so I couldn't get this done in time, but hopefully you don't mind the slight delay. I'm still here hitting it up early so you can still get a jump on your books tomorrow. With that all said, please let me know what you think about the show in the comments down below. Make sure that you like, you subscribe, you hit the alert button so you don't miss anything. Keep telling your friends so we can keep growing the channel. And come by and say hello to us in Baltimore. We're going to be down in Baltimore Comic-Con. We're going to have a couple of tables. I'm going to be giving away some mystery packs of some books. Going to have a lot of fun meeting and greeting everyone out there. So come by and say hello if you're going to the con down in Baltimore in a couple of weeks. With that all said, if you're just here for this week's rundown, don't worry, I got you covered. I'm going to start it up right now. All right, so let's start it off with the top of the stack. This is all my top of the pile type stuff, the books I can't wait to get a hold of and read first when I get my books tomorrow. Sometimes this section could be larger, sometimes it could be smaller. This week, it's actually on the larger side because there's a lot of titles coming out to start off the month of October that I can't wait to read. And we are going to kick it off with Absolute. Yes, Absolute Evil. It's a one-shot showing all these absolute villains are going to be teaming up and coming together for the 1-year anniversary of the Absolute universe. So I'm interested in checking this out. Yes, it's a new #1, and usually I save these for different segments, but realistically, this thing really has my attention, and it's going to be one of the first books that I pull out and read when I get my books tomorrow. So with that said, looking forward to this book. Has multiple covers as well. This is the cover A, and this is probably just going to be the one that I get. But there are some decent ones here as other options if you're curious. You got a Ra's al Ghul fighting Superman there. We got another option here with Wonder Woman. We can go this way with Flash. So we're getting villains with the absolute heroes, and you get to choose which one you want. Here are all the Batman villains all in the mix there. So grab which whenever you like. There is also a foil edition of this particular cover here, I believe, so we can get that to take all that little bit of trade dress off, and that would be the foil, and that's it. No incentives for this book. So with that, grab whichever cover you like best and make that the one of your choice. Next, one of my favorite titles running right now, still Batgirl, #12. And loving this series from the beginning, still enjoying it, looking forward to where they're going. Again, it's just one of my favorite titles right now. I don't know what to tell you. It's just a quality book, but thankfully it's still going for now with #12. Only 2 covers here, no incentive as well. We got the cover A and the cover B. I'm just going to stick with the A's because that's mostly what I've been getting for the whole run. I like the Talaski covers, so that's just what I'm going to stick with. But grab whichever one you want. If you want the Ryan Gonzalez, go for it. Nothing wrong there with those design covers. Some of them get a little bit of interest on the aftermarket, but those are usually the incentives. The B cover ones generally are just, options out there for you. We're also getting the second issue of the new Batman series this week. And again, yes, it's new Batman. It's Batman, a new series, Matt Fraction. I'm looking forward to it. Tim Drake back as Robin. I'm excited for that as well because I am a Tim Drake fan. I'm glad to see him getting some more play here in the DC universe and not just get relegated to the side because Damian's here or Dick Grayson or Jason Todd, etc. Often overlooked, but I'm glad he's got a role here in this new Batman title with issue 2. Cover A option here. I think we got a Jim Lee on the B if you want to go that way. I think I did ask for the Jim Lee because I'm a Jim Lee fan, but there are a lot of good covers here with the Tedesco if you want to go that route. The Tedesco on the last issue 1 was really great. This one's not bad, but I still think I'm just going to go with the Jim Lee here. I do like the almost mirror copied image here, but with Robin from the first issue of that Batman. Not bad. A little option there. We'll turn it on its head, and we've got a Mike Allred if you want to go that way. Then we have these utilities. I think that's what they're calling them. They're doing a whole series of these now for these Batman books, for this Batman title, where we're going to be seeing, I guess his utility belt weapons and things like that. So you can get those covers if you want. Or we'll bring back that cover A, we'll take the trade dress off, slap some shiny foil on it, and you can get a foil version if you want to. And after that, your other option here would be the, I didn't know if this is a 1 in 25 or 1 in 50. I got a different information from a couple different places, but this is the David Aja for this book. I like it. It's almost a mirror image of the issue 1, the 1 in 50. So I think maybe that's where some of the confusion comes from. But I do like this. It is on a slant, and usually I complain about empty space, but not when it's done intentionally. And I do think the use of that empty space with the white and the black is a bold choice. On that angle, I like it. I like it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a fan of David Aja, so I like this cover. It may not be for everyone, but it's for me. With that said, and I did order one because I found one for like $10 or $12 or something like that. So anytime I find a ratio incentive variant that I like, and it's like less than half ratio or thereabouts, I think about it, and sometimes I buy in. So I did get this one just for myself because, like I said, I'm a fan. With that said, the next title, more DC, really big DC week, it seems. We're also getting a prelude to the DC KO event. So I also want to know more about that. Every time we got a big event, whether it be Marvel or DC, I'm curious. I'm going to jump in right from the start and see if I want to get involved in this event or not. So let's see where we're going with this one. So this is the Omega Act special. The race is on. I guess we can tell what's going to happen here with poor Booster in the future and Darkseid, etc. We'll see. We'll see, I guess. That's the cover A. Eom doing a B cover here. Not bad. We've got a C cover option if you want to go that way. We got another one here with a D. And then we got a 1 in 25 featuring Booster. Kind of a negative space thing here if you want to go that way. So there is a 1 in 25 incentive here. Booster Gold. Grab it if you want it. Otherwise, grab one of the open order covers and give it a read. Now, Ghost Machine is bringing back one of my favorite titles from that line, and Rook Exodus is continuing. Jeff Johns, Jason Fabok. Loved this first run. Looking forward to the start of this next arc. So definitely going to be opening this up early. This is issue 7, like I said, starting it up here with a critically acclaimed series return. 3 cover options here with an A. There is a B cover, kind of doing what they did the first route, where we're getting those kind of character spotlight headshots. And then we've got a connecting cover here on number 7 as well. So, again, pick your favorite and run with that one. There is an incentive for this book this time out. We got a Gary Frank 1 in 20. So if you want to go for an incentive, you could chase that one right there. So with that, I think I got at least one more. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot I want to read this week, including the Age of Revelation Overture. So Age of Revelation, next big X-Men event, going to the Age of Apocalypse, kind of, sort of. I'm on board. That's my wheelhouse. That's one of the eras of the X-Men that I really loved and really enjoyed. So I'm happy to go back there. And with that, looking forward to this series, the air rises, and see where it goes. So even though Doug being the heir was kind of a weird choice, hey, I'll give it a chance and see where this thing goes and see how his role as Revelation works. So with that, multiple covers here as well. This is the cover A, which is pretty cool. I like that Wolverine kind of front and center there. We've got a Cyclops feature here on a B cover. Other options with these covers here as well. Pick the one that you'll like. You got a Ricky Yagawa here. That's not bad. I kind of like the anime vibe that it gives off. But to be honest, I'm grabbing the art germ because, well, it's Psylocke and it's art germ. And it's got a trade dress, block at her bottom. But, that's not too bad. I'll take it. I like this cover. You want to go the incentive route? Bagley's got a 1 in 25 option here. And if that trade dress was really bothering you, then you can pay up and get the 1 in 100 if you want, and they'll remove that. I'm not paying those prices, even with them being listed for way under ratio. Like you can find this listed in some places for like 60 or 70, which is still a lot of money and more than I'm willing to pay for a 1 in 100 at this point, even though I do like the cover. I'm fine with the trade dress and sticking with it at, what is it, $6, I think, thereabouts. So I'm good with that. With that said, we're going to go to the pull list and tell you what else I'm going to be grabbing. That's the stuff I want to read first, but there's still plenty more in the pile that I really am excited about. I just had to draw the line kind of somewhere to delineate what's going to be read first and what's kind of next. And kind of starting us off next is we still have more Absolute books and Absolute titles that I do enjoy because I do like the DC Absolute universe. We've got Absolute Green Lantern #7 rolling on. Multiple cover options here as well. This is the A. You can get a B. You can go with the C, or you can go with the D. No incentives. They're losing the incentives at this point. I think we've gotten further enough along into some of these titles where we're losing the incentives, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm fine with it because I'm just buying the regular ones anyway. But pick the cover you like and roll with it. Then we're going to roll on to Absolute Superman, hitting its first year, issue 12. Ra's al Ghul, however you're supposed to pronounce it right. I can't help it. I still say it the old way because that's how I read it. But anyway, issue 12, cover A. You got options as well. You got a Jay Lee. They're doing a run of these B covers on this title as well. And we got another option here if you want to go that way. Or a fourth one with an A, B, C, or D. All open order, no incentive. Pick your favorite and just go with that. I'm good with the cover A's because with the cover A's, you save $1. Keep that in mind as well. Yes, trade dress is bigger, but I'll save $1. I'll save the buck. You buy enough of those, you can get a whole extra comic. With that said, I'm surprised I added this to my pull list, but I did. I gave this one a taste test last month, and I kind of liked it. Kind of want to see where it's going. So I think I'm just going to ride out this mini because I like a good heist, building a team out, etc. So Cheshire, Cheetah, cool. I'm on board for a little bit more. So I'm picking up issue 3. A couple of covers here. You got an A, you got a B, and you have a C. I'm fine with any, but like I said, I'll save the buck and just run with the A. With that said, Amazing Spider-Man. Feel the effects of Imperial since Spidey is out in space. So being out in space, we've got that storyline running while we also have the at-home Norman Osborn Spidey storyline running. So you get a bit of both. Issue 13, Legacy 977. We're closing in on that 1,000, but we're not quite there yet. Cover A, I'm fine with this one, though the Lee Bermejo is awesome. One of my favorites of the week. Yes, there's a little bit of trade dress here, but it's kind of moved and out of the way. Doesn't interfere with the art much. I like it. This is going to be the one I'm getting. It's awesome. Lee Bermejo has been killing it lately, and he's got another one coming up later. With that said, other decent covers here. More Cosmic Spidey there. You got some you got Rocket and some more spacey guys there. We got the 2 Spideys together on the 1 in 25. And then if you really want it, you can get the trade dress and stuff removed and pay for that 1 in 100 Lee Bermejo. I'm fine with the trade dress. It's unobtrusive, doesn't really affect the art too much, so I'm good with it, apart from the fact that I'm saving a lot of money by not buying a 1 in 100. With that said, moving on. Yeah, I dipped in last week. This is now just wrapping up. So at this point, not last week, last month, at this point, just finishing this up. I'm going to have to go back and read like the whole run because I kind of read it in pieces. But yeah, Deadpool, Wolverine. I know. I always complain about the team up books, but it's over. So I'm going to read it now that it's done. So issue 10, it's out. I'll see if I find some of the other issues that I'm missing out of the run for cheap if I can. Maybe I'll go dig for them at Baltimore. Who knows? But with that said, issue 10 is coming out this week with 1 cover option, no incentives, no other choices to be made. If you want to read it, this is the one to get. And we'll move on to Ultimate Wolverine number 10. I know this one's been on the fence for on and off for months. I'm on board for now. I've not really kept up with most of the Ultimate Marvel universe, apart from Ultimate Spider-Man. Even that I'm a little behind on reading. But Ultimate Wolverine is basically the other title that I'm getting out of the run. I dropped most of the others from Black Panther, not really interested all that much in Ultimate Hawkeye with that one shot we got last week. So Ultimate Wolverine and like the X-Men side of things, because this really is the Ultimate X-Men book that I kind of wanted, because the regular Ultimate X-Men title that they have, it really isn't for me. So this kind of is by default the Ultimate X-Men title, which is why I'm still getting it. And even though I've said many times about the Wolverine solo titles, how I lose interest, yada, 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 that's the reason, because this is kind of the X book in this universe. With that said, cover A, solid. Cover B, really cool. I like this Philip Tan. I like it. I don't know why. I just do. And then we've got a 1 in 25, which ain't bad. I like that Sabretooth there, but I'm fine. Again, not having to pay ratio prices and just getting one of these open order covers. Speaking of Lee Bermejo before, this is the other cover that I really like that he did this. It's on the Cruel Universe, but doing a great job on this run as well. I like it. I dig it. I like these anthology books these days, so I'm going to be getting this one. Yeah, so we got Cruel Universe number 3. Yeah, volume 2, number 3 coming out with 2 cover options. I'm getting the Bermejo. You can go with the B. Not bad. Not bad at all. But like I said, I'm partial. 1 in 10's pretty cool. 1 in 20 is what it is. It's the same deal they've been doing the whole run, just like they've been doing on the 1 in 50s, which is like the table of contents. Not for me, but I get it. Some folks like them. They can have at them. 1 in 50. With that, we still have Something is Killing the Children rolling on with issue 44. Just got to keep it up. Keep the run going, right? Iconic Story of Monsters, yada yada. Cover A, I'm fine with basically any of these. A lot of these are quite similar. You got some trade dress and you got virgin versions. You got a B here. You got a C, the Tulalote. We've got a D option here as well if you want to go that way. And then, like I said, multiple things where we got the open order, but FOC qualifying, I think, unlockable version of the cover A. The shops have to order a certain number of some book or something to get this. Whatever. There's a virgin option, as well as virgin versions of that 4th cover. That's the 1 in 10. Then we'll go back to the Tulalote, which was the C cover, basically. Take the trade dress off of that. That could be our 1 in 20. And then we also have a 1 in 25 with the color being removed from the virgin 1 in 10. So now it's a pencil version, pencil sketch cover. Pick whatever one you like. And if you want to go even higher, there is a 1 in 50 with all new cover art. So go and grab that one. With all that said, quick pause for any of you out there who haven't tried Whatnot yet. Use my link down below to sign up and get yourselves a free $15 off your first purchase. That's $15 to spend on whatever you want with whomever you want. No strings attached. You get to try out the app, have some fun with the auctions. $15 to spend just for trying it out. Yes, there will be those Marvel packs coming quite soon at New York Comic Con time. I'll probably have a couple that I'll throw up and do a show in a couple of weeks before Baltimore, but we'll see how it all goes. And with that, we're going to keep the show rolling and check out my blind picks. Now, these are the books that I'm recommending, and I also can't wait to grab a hold of based off of a little more than my gut feeling. So I could have put like the absolute evil in here. That would have fit the criteria of what I normally do here. It's kind of based off of whether it's a title that I'm just in the creative team that I'm a fan of, and I'm just confident that they're going to hit it out of the park, or it's a title that might be continuing. So things like that generally find their way here. And the latter is kind of where I am at with Kill All Immortals 2. I like that first miniseries out of Dark Horse. Kill All Immortals was a fun little read. So I'm on board for another volume. Give me volume 2. I think it'll be good as well. Cover A option. We got a B if you want to go that way. And there's a John Jiang, which is pretty cool. I like that one. And then we almost have like a Kill Bill-esque looking because of the color scheme. She also kind of looks like Christy Swanson in the face. Tulalote. I'm up for any of these covers. They're all pretty solid. Don't really care all that much about which one I add to the the collection because I just want to read it. So I'm good with any of them. The other title is a new Image book that I'm really looking forward to. And that's The Author Immortal. Seems interesting. I do like the creative team. You got, I don't know how to say Barbier, if I'm saying that right. But the story of stories, it's a story about the stories that shape us. So it's kind of like going into a writer's world. Like it seems, I don't know how to, I'm trying to sell it to you, but I don't want to have to sell it to you. I'm just telling you, I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to give this thing a look-see. I can't wait to give it a read. New Image stuff usually is pretty solid. I mean, not every title is great, but I'm usually on board to give them a shot. And this is one that seemed interesting enough with the fictional world, and then the writer kind of falling into that realm, etc. Multiple covers here. You got an A, not a lot, but a couple. B, 1 in 25, which I kind of like, this Jorge Corona. And then there is a 1 in 50, which is that B cover with the trade dress and everything removed. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I like that 1 in 25. I like it a bit. But, yeah, looking forward to reading this thing. And with that, there are some titles that do find themselves on the fence because, again, budget, storyline constraints, etc. We'll see. We'll see if we keep up with them. But for now, our first one is going to be Arcbound. This is that Tom Hardy, Scott Snyder book. I think it's wrapping up here with issue 6, but I'm on the fence. Like, if they decide to continue this, I don't know if I'm on board for more. This was delayed months in and of itself. So if this is it, fine. Then I'm done. But if it's not it and they decide to go back to it, I don't know if I'm going to go picking it up again just because of nothing against the storyline, which I still got to catch up on. It's just the delays made it hard for me to keep up and all of that. So with all that said, if they continue it, I might not be continuing on with it. But I'll at the very least get this one because it's back after a couple month layoff. I think it was July was the last one. Couple of covers, A, B, I think here's a C. Yeah. And that's it. The other title that, I don't know, just hasn't really captured me is that Post Malone book. Yeah, I was kind of curious at the start. Got the first couple, but at this point, I don't know if I need to keep getting this title. It's issue 3. It's got 2 and also collects chapters 5 and 6. That's also confusing me. It's double length. Like, what? Do we have to? Like, why don't we just make them regular length and we get? I don't know. I'm just on the fence. Like I said, this might be it for me with issue 3. The whole thing with the collector boxes, I'm not into that, and it's just, I don't know, a lot of hoopla. I don't think I like the book. I don't think the book matches it for me, at least. With all that said, a couple of covers here. You got Tula Lote, putting in a lot of work. She is. But with that, you got both of those options. There's a Peach. We're gonna go Peach Momoko, sure. And then we got a 1 in 10. It's okay. And we got a 1 in 25 by Maria Wolf, which I think would look really cool. I mean, it's cool as it is, but if this thing were colored, I think it might really be interesting, depending on the color choices, obviously. But she usually picks some bold and bright colors, and things pop. So I'm kind of wondering what she would have done with this. But it's a black and white. So with that said, back to One World Under Doom. Only one title this week. Only one title, but the storyline is still rolling on. It's still creeping along near its end. But our one title this week is the Red Hulk book, which, again, it started off strong, but then I just kind of lost my momentum with it. Maybe I should go back and kind of catch up. I don't know. Still Percy, still writing it, so I don't know. Team still seems to be sticking together. I don't know. Cover's not bad either. You got a cover A here, and then there's a Platt, which, again, it's not bad. You don't see many Stephen Platt covers these days. So get them when you can, I guess. With that, those are the books that I'm definitely getting. The rest of this stuff will be on the rack. Most likely, I got to leave them there because, again, I got a budget. Sure, you've got the same problems. Everybody's got a budget. But these are the other books on the rack that I thought were interesting enough at least to cover here on the show. Can't cover everything. Otherwise, this show would run all day. But other things on the rack that you may find interesting is also The Adventures of Superman, Book of L #2. So going back, Phil Kennedy Johnson going back to this universe, this alternate universe, future state Superman, bringing that back, getting more of that story. If you liked it, it wasn't for me. I didn't really read it, so I wasn't missing it, so I don't really need more of it. That's why it's on the rack. But if you liked it, here you go. Cover A. There is a B cover here, too. Not bad. Classic Soups, doing a little bit of a flex. Anime style Lyrics Lee Soups. You don't see that too often. It's got a big neck, though. Big neck, little head. Then we got a D cover. Classic. Other Soup characters with him. Not bad. JSA. Ragnarok Part 2. So, JSA is kind of ending this arc, and then they're going to go back and tell some origin stuff after this. I should like this title. I should be getting this because I like the JSA. The Jeff Johns JSA stuff was great. I read all of that. This Lemire, I should also be enjoying this. I just haven't really got into it. It just really hasn't connected with me, but I feel like it's something that I should go back and check out. I don't know. You tell me if it's any good. If you're reading it. It's just, that's why I'm keep following it, because I'm kind of interested, but it's just, I got to draw a line somewhere. Can't get everything. With that, issue 12, finishing up this Ragnarok storyline, 2 covers there. Pick which one you like better. I'd go with the cover A probably. Nothing wrong with the B. You get the Flash, but I don't know. Fine with the A. Department of Truth. I know a lot of people still like it. I dropped off a while ago, at least a dozen issues or so ago. So we're getting to issue 0. So, okay, issue 0. And it's about Elvis. Kind of curious. I like some of the covers here, too. This is the cover A. We got a B. And then we got this pretty awesome 1 in 10. Like I said, it's Elvis. That's Elvis. I like it. Then we got a 1 in 25. Gets kind of a jokery vibe there. And then we've got the classic, hey, just like the first cover, first issue, the Marilyn Monroe, yada yada, but this time Elvis. Cool. And that's 1 in 50, I believe. But get whatever one you like if you're interested and still on board for Department of Truth with that issue 0. The New Avengers, which was basically the Thunderbolts book that, along with the movie, they flip-flopped the title on us. I didn't really connect with this book. I didn't really like the team they put together of a lot of killers, which is, I guess, is kind of cool, but just didn't connect with me. But Imperious Rex, everyone. There we go. Namor. Cool. Number 5. Multiple covers here. Some covers you might have to wait till later on the show because Marvel is giving us a crap load of new variant themes this month of October. New month, new variant themes. So check those out later on in the show. But for now, stick here with the B. We've got a new Stormbreaker cover, which is the newer artist. So there we go. We got that with the Doctor Strange. And then they're still doing the Killuminati variants featuring the evil versions of the Illuminati, these bad guys, yada, yada. There you go. Alternate versions of them, I guess you would say. Anyway, I mentioned Ultimate X-Men. This is the Ultimate X-Men title that I just couldn't. I gave it like a dozen issues, and I don't know. It just wasn't for me. I get it. It's not bad. It wasn't bad. It's just, it wasn't what I wanted. The Wolverine book ended up being more of what I wanted out of an Ultimate X-Men book, but it's still going fine. Still more Shadow King stuff. Issue 20. Cool covers. Yeah, you got A, B. You got a C. So get whichever one you like. And then if you want the 1 in 25, there is a 1 in 25. So go ahead and grab that. Next, Venom 250. 250 issues of Venom. Wow. Well, we know we're nearing then. You know what you're going to get on issue 300 of Venom. You're going to get that ASM 300 homage. Can't wait those 50 issues to get it, but we'll get it again. Don't worry. Return of Null. Okay. I know he's getting his own title, so I guess it makes sense to bring him back early. Cover A. B. I like the reflection. Pretty cool cover there. Here's another one. All right. They're okay. There's also a blank sketch cover there. You got a Greg Capullo. This is kind of giving me a little throwback to a couple of the McFarlane covers kind of mixed together. It's almost like the Venom on the 316, and also the Lizard one. I don't know. It's giving me a little hints of both. But it's Capullo. And we got a pretty somber Venom right here. Oh, kind of sad. MJ's still inside, though. In case you forgot, you got that cover with the weird, looks like a Beetlejuice character. When he pulled his nose out, that's kind of what the Venom looks like here. Not really for me, that cover, but it's out there. Peach, the Peach Momoko. I always, when they put the preview images out, I'm like, I don't know where it's going to get trimmed because it don't fit. It's not comic size. Or the image you gave me is not comic size. So there it is. We'll see how that gets trimmed to make it cover size. Here's 1 in 25. I think that was Opania, which is pretty solid. And then we'll take the trade dress off of the somber Venom, and there's our 1 in 100. And then with that, I got one more on the rack title for you, and that's the Skin Police 2. I enjoyed the first run. I'm just not sure I wanted to go back, and I'm already 2 issues behind. I might go pick it up. Tell me if it's good, but that's why it's on the rack. It's just, again, can't pick up everything, even when they come out with sequels to things that weren't bad. But that's why it's kind of on the radar here. It's still on the rack. It's still on my radar. I'm just not sure. Couple of covers. You got A's, you got B's, you got C's, and then we've also got the Kerschel is also the 1 in 10 if you take the trade dress off of it. So yeah, got that going for it. But with that, this is issue 2 of Skin Police 2. But we're also got new number 1s. So I already talked about a couple new number 1s, but there are still a whole bunch of other new number 1s kicking off a whole new month. So we got a new month, bunch of new number 1s, including Masters of the Universe Andra. So yeah, okay. The writer is the voice on the Revelations animated series. It's a one-shot. So it is a new number 1 because it's a one-shot, but go pick it up if you're interested in the Dark Horse Masters of the Universe run. There's more description for you if you need it. And then there's other covers for you if you want them. So you got 1, you got 2, and you got 3. Minor Threats. Again, this seems like a universe I would enjoy, but I feel so far behind that I don't know if I can jump in yet or jump in now. But Minor Threats, Patton Oswalt, new number 1 here. Okay. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like, and I guess the subtitle of this mini is The Last Devil Left Alive. I just feel so far behind at this point. But you got cover options, A's and B's, and even a C cover, I think. Yep. So 1, 2, 3. And that's a Nausea. It's kind of fun. Told you, I like David Aja, so I pay attention to such things. I also like Lee Bermejo, and Lee Bermejo is giving us the cover to the DC Satanic Panic horror anthology DC book coming out. I like it. I don't love it. And also don't love the $10 cover price. It's a bit too much for me to just on a whim to go and pick up. I don't know. It'll be a judgment call, but $10, it's like I'm buying a whole trade at that point, or used to be a whole trade back in the day. That said, 80 pages. Sure, I get it. It's a bigger book and all, but still, $10. You've also got covers here by Daniel Warren Johnson. And then this is a pretty cool cover. I forget, I'm unfamiliar with this artist, but I like it. Zatanna. Got kind of an animated vibe to it. Pretty cool. Gotham Academy is coming back with a prequel series. So Gotham Academy, first year. Going back to the beginning. Yeah. So if you're a fan of Gotham Academy, go for it. I didn't really read it. Really wasn't for me. But I get it in today's age with a lot of fans of things like Wednesday, following up on Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, yada, yada, yada. There's fans, I guess. So Gotham Academy starting up with a brand new series. More description if you need it. Cover A, Dustin Nguyen on a cover B. I think Nguyen or is that Weaver? Dustin Weaver. Can't remember. They kind of have similar styles when I think about it. But moving on. I think it's Sweeney Boo on this one. All open order, no incentives. So pick the cover you like. And Godzilla, new number 1, Starship Godzilla. I don't know. I'm just not on board for this Godzilla universe. It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to me. I don't know. I'm just not interested. The Kaisai era goes to space inside a new Mecha Godzilla that's a flying spaceship. All right. I guess that's cool. Cover A, and there's more description if you want it. More covers too, if you want those. Flying Mecha Godzilla. Just, yep, I see it. Cool, I guess. Star Wars homage and a sketch cover. And then we also got 1 in 25. You want to go that way? I mean, it's not bad cover. I actually kind of like that. But yeah, it is what it is. It's title I'm probably not going to pick up, but I am going to be picking up Cold Slither. Yes, Tim Seeley is giving us the band we always wanted, the Dreadnoks, Cobra, Cold Slither. I know my buddy Dom is really excited to get this book. He went and saw them in concert at San Diego. The greatest band ever reunites to rock and rule the world. I'm in. I'm actually in, and I actually ordered a couple of the covers because I like them. It's got that classic sort of hairband metal vibe, Motley Crue style, so I'm in. With that said, cover A, you got a B cover, and then we got a sketch and a couple of incentives. So this is the 1 in 10, which is okay, but I really like the 1 in 25, and I did manage to find one for right around ratio, which might be a deal because this is one I keep an eye on. This is one of those odd books that I already saw a bunch listed for more than ratio, so It could go higher. I'm not saying it will. I'll be interested to see how this gets pushed and how this does on the aftermarket. I just wanted it because, like I said, I like it and it's for me. But who knows? Who knows? This is one I would keep an eye on this week. With that said, another one shot over at Image Dragoda, giving us this it's like a kung fu book of some kind. I don't know. I'm also kind of interested. Good Devils Don't Play Fair with Evil. Okay. Just one cover, one shot, $6, 64 pages, if you want it. Then we got Gunpowder Profits out of Mad Cave. Mad Cave's been dropping some interesting series lately. I don't know about this one, but you got a couple of covers if you want it. You got an A and you got a B. Looks like a down south bayou sort of thing with some monsters and hunting, etc. Cool. H.P. Lovecraft. Can't go wrong with H.P. Lovecraft, right? So, Boom is bringing us this adaptation of the hit French graphic novel. All right, kind of interested. I mean, it is Lovecraft after all. But here we go. Cover A. Multiple covers, obviously. And, it being Boom, we're going to get them all with virgin versions. So, be patient. A, B, C. Let's bring that A back. Yep. Yeah, there's a virgin, of course. That's the qualifying or unlockable one or whatever. We'll take the B cover, bring that back. That's the 1 in 10 if you want that in the virgin style. We'll mix in a new cover here for the 1 in 15, but then we'll bring back that C cover, take the trade dress off of it, and that'll be the 1 in 20. Boom. That's how they roll. Savager. Don't know much about this title, or the publisher, Panic, but I would say this cover kind of caught my eye. I'm like, it's interesting. Nearly 100 years after Earth fell to cosmic parasites, seemingly only the Savager, Riley Phillips, a former Secret Service agent, fused with a deadly alien, remains. Okay. I don't know. Could be interesting. A, B, pretty cool covers on both. And then we got A Bad Idea. So, Bad Idea, always bringing us some interesting stuff. I will say the art is always top notch. I mean, look at this. This cover is fantastic. This is Bad Idea. They're all terrible. There are 3 covers, I believe, for this. And it's something like it's part 1 and 2. I don't know. It's 48 pages, $6. Not exactly sure what the storyline is. This is coming as a surprise. I'm going to give it a read, give it a look-see, but you got an A cover, you got a B cover, and then you got a 1 in 25 option, which is a sketch. Okay. Cool. Then we got Spider-Man Noir over at Marvel. Sorry, need some water. But there are awesome covers here on this series. I've never been the biggest Spider-Man Noir fan. Yeah, Nick Cage was kind of had fun with the role in the movies, but outside of that, the comics had a couple miniseries, a couple other appearances here and there. I will say this, though. The covers on this are pretty cool. A, ain't bad. David Mack, really dig this B cover. Another option here on a C. Gives like Frank Miller-esque kind of vibes. It's Eric Larson. But yeah, not bad. 1 in 25 by Sorrentino. Really cool. I really like this. Jerome Pena on the 1 in 50. I really like that one too. And then I told you I like the Mac to begin with. So then you make it a virgin 1 in 100. It also is still cool. Not paying that price, but I don't know. I might pick this book up and I might get the Mac cover because it's open order. But a lot of cool cover options on this one. I will say that. Spirits of Vengeance. I didn't know this was coming back. But apparently Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch, Robbie Reyes, Kushala, Phantasma, Helverine, and more. All of our Ghost Riders all in one place. Cool. Can't wait. With that, multiple covers. A, I really like this Gist on the B cover. Not bad. This is the 1 in 25. Pretty cool there. But the 1 in 50, once you take the trade dress off, really sells it here. I like it. So, pretty cool cover there on the 1 in 50, though I can't pay those prices. White Tiger Reborn, also coming out this month. This is to celebrate Hispanic and Latin American Heritage Month. Yeah, bring back White Tiger. Why not? I mean, she still could have a role to play in the MCU of sorts. There is a character for her in the Daredevil series. Where will they go in season 2? We don't know yet. But the Return of the White Tiger to comics is interesting. Cover A. And more description to be had, if you will. I like the B cover. I think it's pretty cool. It's got like a animated kind of vibe. I like it. And then there is another option here, which is also solid. I don't know. Could be interesting. The variant is like a design cover or a hidden gem. George Perez 1 in 50. It's not my favorite, but it's kind of cool with the layout of all the heads. You know, all the designs together in the sketch. I don't know. And then putting the trade dress in the middle kind of sells it differently. Yeah, it's not terrible, is all I'm saying. But I can't be doing that. Moving on, facsimiles. So there are a couple of facsimiles. Not a lot, just a couple. Starting off with one from DC, and that being Detective Comics, number 40. Cool. There's a foil version of it, if you want a foil version of it. And then there's also a blank sketch cover, if you want to go that way. All right. And then Spider-Boy. Seems out of nowhere, right? Like, whoa, why are you getting the amalgam? Because they're coming back. Remember, they're coming back. We already got Lobo Wolverine coming after that Marvel DC crossover. So we're going to get more of these. So we might get more of these facsimiles of the originals. To be fair, you might not need to buy the facsimile because a lot of these you can probably still find in the dollar bins. There's a couple that are worth a couple of bucks, maybe the Dark Claws, but realistically, most of these you can find in those dollar bins. Some fun ideas to be had, the original runs with the Storm Wonder Woman, and you had Batman or Bruce Wayne, Agent of the Shield, etc. A lot of fun ideas. We'll see what happens, see if they make more or they do different matchups. With that, we got a bunch of later prints, so let's try to run through them. We'll try to run through them here pretty quickly with first, Cul-de-sac. Solid read. If you didn't get it, here's your chance. Get the second print, give it a read. I liked it. Kind of a different take on vampires. Got a bad idea. Exquisite Corpses. If you missed it, this is issue 2. There's a third printing. And then we'll go to issue 3 with a second printing. And then that second printing also gets a polybagged version that has a black and white cover. And I think it's got a special card with it, but it will be polybagged with the card. So I think the first one out was an incentive. These are just open order, and it's like a buck or two more like their other polybag ones with the cards. So get it if you're collecting those cards. Invisible Man. This is the Maria Wolf cover. Pretty cool on the second print. Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, all new number 1. Second print there, obviously. And it being Marvel, there is a 1 in 25, which is a version of one of the other covers, the Simone DeMeo. Black Cat, number 1, also getting the second print treatment with the Dodson cover. And then we'll take the DeMeo once again, trade dress off. That's the 1 in 25. And those are our later printings for the month. We still have pumpkin covers. DC isn't done. There were 2 more that didn't make it in September. So here's one, and then I think Harley is coming in a couple weeks. But Pumpkin Spicy ain't done yet. So one more Pumpkin Spicy cover for you, and it is on Poison Ivy this week, or this month, or whatever. Poison Ivy, number 37. So there you go. Zerdy, fall, leaves, makes sense. Not bad. Next, I didn't know they were bringing back these kimono variants, but they apparently are. I don't know if they're going to use this logo again, but I'm using this logo again because I already have it built, so I'm going to use it. So we're getting more kimono variants. I don't know how many. I don't know how many titles just yet, but we're getting them. So first one up, Spirits of Vengeance. Cool. You know what else we're getting for the month of October? Didn't expect these. Muppets. That's right. 70 years of Muppets. And now we're getting Muppet mashups on comic covers. Kind of like we had the Stitch covers. Kind of like we had the Phineas and... Actually, more like the Phineas and Ferb homages. That's kind of what we're getting, but with Muppets. And yeah, unlike the Disney covers. But the Disney ones have been overdone. I'm kind of into this Muppet thing. So let's see how these go. First one. Classic cover. Silver Surfer number 4. We got Gonzo and Kermit going right at it. and this is on Amazing Spider-Man number 13. I don't know if I can pick this cover over all the others, but I might just need to get it because of what it is. It's Muppets, and it's one of my favorite Surfer covers. With that, another classic cover. We got Rolf as Venom on that Venom 250. I like how they even put Rolf's head down in the corner box. That was a nice little touch to go with the Secret Wars, the limited issue there. So, again, the cover I have here isn't the final. It's the image I had available. So, hopefully, it still looks as cool as I hope once everything else is added. The accoutrement with the barcode, etc. Oh, here we go. I do have a list. This one does have a list. Look at that. So we got 2 this week. We'll get 3 next week, 3 the following week, and then 2 at the end of the month to wrap it all up for a grand total of 10. Not terrible. 10 if you want to collect the set. Cool. Tron Ares is coming to theaters, so Marvel is also giving us Tron Ares covers. I guess. Makes sense. I don't know. I like the original Tron. I didn't really like the sequel movie all that much. It was pretty to look at, but could take it or leave it. It wasn't terrible. I just didn't love it. I might check out the new one, but I don't know if I'm going to go to the theater to see it. That said, this is a pretty solid X-23 cover. And remember, those other Tron ones did well. Really just the one Iron Man, because of Riri, does well when you go back to it. But there was an original Tron run of variant covers. This is kind of a similar idea, similar thing. So keep that in mind. New Avengers number 5, Tron Ares cover here, as well as this one with Wolverine riding on the light cycle on Ultimate Wolverine number 10. That's something you don't normally see. You don't normally see the Ultimate titles get included in on some of these cover runs or these variant cover sets. They usually kind of relegate it to just the Marvel proper, but interesting. Interesting. This one's getting in on the mix. And here's the runner covers we'll have for this. We have, 1 next week. So that'll give us 3, and then 5, and then total of 10 for the month. This is going to run all month, but big hit on the 22nd, it looks like, with those 4. So slow pace. I'll probably split this in 2 and do 2 shorts covering all of these, just because, why not? A lot to cover with all these variant sets, because we're not done. With the White Tiger returning, there's going to be a couple, like a small handful. I didn't get a list, but I already saw 4 different covers, I think. It was 4. It was 3 or 4 of these White Tiger team-ups, all done by Gonzo, which, not the Muppet, but, the artist. And they're pretty cool. They give you kind of like a fun little throwback kind of vibe, at least to me, give you kind of like a fun 70s kind of vibe to the Kung Fu style here, especially with the tiger in the background. I like it. They're pretty cool. With the bright colors, they kind of pop. I've seen a couple of the other ones that'll be coming out, but I don't have the list for you. This is the first Amazing Spider-Man 13. It's not bad. It's not bad. But again, you gotta watch those. You gotta watch those dollars, because there's a lot of fun stuff coming out. And we also got Marvel Zombies variant. I watched the Marvel Zombies animated show. It was 4 episodes. Wasn't bad. I kind of enjoyed it. Hope to get more. I hope to get more of that animated stuff. It was pretty good. It's just like the Predator, Killer of Killers. I like that kind of animation style. Give us more. I'll watch it. But with that, I don't know if we need all these extra variants, but we're getting them. So here's a Marvel Zombies variant we're getting for, what is it? Spirit of Vengeance, I think, right? Yep. So as you can see, Spirit of Vengeance has got the kimono. They got the zombie variant. And not to mention all the other title covers I showed you. So a lot of cover options. But this will be one of the zombies that we're getting along with these others. So we'll get 1 next week, 1 the week after, and then a backloaded list of them. So that ends up being another 10 spot. So another 10 variants for those zombie variants, but they're getting slowly bled out. I mean, this makes more sense, I guess, that they're kind of saving towards the end because it's more Halloween themed, Halloween related, I guess, with zombies and monsters. So getting them as close to the end of the month with Halloween, I guess, makes the most sense. But with that said, we still have a couple of Cheesecake covers to go through. Not a lot. Zenescope, not to be seen. Dynamite, also not to be heard of from this week in this segment. But we do have a couple of titles that do qualify for our Cheesecake, starting off with the finale of Pinapocalypse. So the final issue, issue 6, is coming out this run has been good. It's sold a lot of covers. There have been some interesting incentives along the way. I like this Attack of the 50-foot woman kind of homage here. Pretty good. I like it. There's also a connecting cover set of 1 in 10s here. So these aren't bad. So you got this one here. You got, was it Roxy and Foxy? I forget. I didn't actually read this title, so I don't know. But these two go together. Peanut butter and jelly, right? And then you can put them together, and we've got our 1 in 25 by Shabina. Will probably do well. Most of the others in this run have done well. They kind of lost a little momentum, but now that it's wrapping up, we'll see. Maybe this one gets a spike here at the end, but this is it, issue 6. So keep an eye on this last one too. And then we'll go to Udon for the Street Fighter books because we have a swimsuit special, even though we're getting into October. Yeah, okay. Cover A, not bad. I like that. Cover B, also solid. And then we start to go, not off the rails, because we got a sketch, and then we got like a Street Fighter video game movie poster kind of a thing going, which ain't bad. But realistically, my least favorite of the bunch is the incentive, 1 in 5. It's okay, but just doesn't have the same oomph as the others, if you will. Probably should have made that movie poster one the 1 in 5, if it were me. With that said, other covers that I liked need a little bit of a spotlight. I thought about including this title in the Cheesecake area, but I decided against it. And that being Birds of Prey, because there were a couple of covers. You got the Eon, not bad. Did a couple of good covers this month. This being one of them, and I think my favorite of the bunch with the Batgirl and the Black Canary. There's a Christian Ward that's pretty solid on this title, on this issue 26 as well. And then there is a Serge Acuna as on option 2. So 3 good cover options here on this book. Whether you're reading it or not, I've been in and out on reading this one, currently out. But these covers make me want to think about maybe picking it up. I might pick up the Eon. I don't know. Maybe. But Poison Ivy, also a book, could have found its way to the Cheesecake area with some of these covers. Not the cover A. The Jessica Fong cover A's have been very, very good. But they're not all cheesecakey. Like this is setting the scene. This isn't a cheesecake cover. That said, we get the Yum, and that one is more in that kind of vibe. And also pretty good, pretty solid. And then we got the Nubovich. This one also could have found its way there. And we do have this 4th option by Manny Carbonilla, if I'm saying his name right. All pretty good. Then they're not all cheesecake related. All these covers that I like. I mean, sometimes it's just a variant like this. 1 in 10 for Star Trek Red Shirts, number 3. It's a Suspiria Vilches. Suspiria, solid. I'm not a big Star Trek fan, so I'm not getting this title, but this cover is pretty cool. I like it. It's 1 in 10. Keep an eye on this one. Could be one of those ones that kind of hit because of it being an oddball title, popular artist that has a following. Could do well this week. These used to be good. I mean, not used to be good. These used to be more popular in the aftermarket, but have really fallen off, and that's Star Wars. But this Luke Ross is pretty solid. I like it with the reflection, all the clone, well, in the clone helmet, with those, the droids. I think it's a solid cover. So this 1 in 25 by Luke Ross on Star Wars number 6, I dig it personally. But it's not my favorite of the week. For my favorite of the week, or the best of the week, that's these 2 books right here. And for these, I'm going to start off first with the incentive that I like most. And I kind of tipped my hand a little bit already when I was doing the presentation. Yes, the art charm without the trade dress obscuring the backside area is better. It's still not, I still can't pay for this though. But I do think it is my favorite incentive cover of the week. It's classic. It's classic art charm. I know for many people, it all looks the same, but I like the style. So it being the same is not a bad thing to me. Just like a J. Scott Campbell cover. It's the style. You either like it or you don't. You don't have to like it. It's a personal preference. I like it. So I like this one. And Since this one is better without the trade dress, I had to point out the other cover that also has a Virgin 10100 is that Amazing Spider-Man number 13. But I don't think the trade dress really affects this image all that much, so I'm fine putting this one in as my favorite regular cover, open order cover of the week. That Libremejos, you got the lizard, you got Spidey, the textures and the suit, the lighting, the positioning, fantastic. Been killing it with these covers. These Visions covers, all been good so far. This is the third one. I mean, the first one had like the photo with just Spider-Man. Then we had the Doc Ock fight in the last one. Now you got the lizard. Can't wait to see if there's more of these coming. I hope so. I don't like to look too far ahead because I don't like things spoiled. I like to be more genuine and react naturally when I do this show as much as I can. So with all that said, that's all I got for you. So I want to thank you for stopping by and thank you for all the support. Still plenty more coming your way content-wise in the weeks and months ahead. As I mentioned before, come say hello to us down in Baltimore. We did get our spot. It's the same spot we were in last year, but now we got 2 tables, so we'll have we'll have more space. And as I said, I'll be giving away some books. Not selling books, giving away books. So come by, say hello, get some free stuff, and yeah, see you all down there. And if I don't, I'll catch you all later. All right.